guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to demold these puffy hearts and pendants that I made a couple of days ago. I've just left them in here. They took ages to set, but I have discovered something. I ordered the wrong resin, so this is why it's taken so long to cure. But more importantly, this is why all my glitter keeps sinking, because the resin is actually really thin, so it's great for if I'm doing like a deep mold. But if I want to be doing something like this, I need something a bit thicker, or I could maybe just leave it longer before I start pouring it. So I'm going to start experimenting, but I am going to order some new resin. That being said, let's pop these out. So I don't think the alcohol inks are going to do the effect that I really wanted, because the resin is just too thin when I applied the ink. But it's okay, this is learning. Right, let's go. So these are the ones where I popped the ink in, and then these are the ones where I had two different colours ink, and then these are just the leftovers with just dye and glitter. Okay, so hopefully, oh, they're still popping out so easy. I'm really impressed with this mould. So the first one is, so I did a lot less ink than what I did previously, but it's sinking right down to this surface, which isn't what I'm wanting. So I'm definitely going to buy the thicker resin, but it is really pretty. I do like that. Next one. Ooh, and again, another really pretty one, but it's not giving the cool effects that you get with alcohol inks. And that is just, why is that so dark? Because I think this one was the orange and blue and green, and I think because the ink is so thin, I think everything's just blended in together. I will definitely, I'm not going to do any more videos on alcohol ink until I get my new resin, that's for sure. Next one. Oh, that one's turned out quite nice though. But I'm really excited just to get the new resin. Now I've worked out what the problem is. And then the last alcohol ink. Again, it just looks just very blue. It's pretty. In fact, that actually looks a bit like a feather, but it's not the effect I was going for. Now these are just the ones with the resin dye. I don't know if I've got a big bubble here. I can see a mark. I don't know if it's just a shadow. They are quite pretty though, these. They're nice because they are really transparent. You can see my hand underneath. And actually, if I hold them up to the light, they are really pretty. I actually prefer this to these currently. So this is the one, it had some glitter and just the dye, and I just saw the glitter sinking, but it's not too bad. So all the glitter's here rather than being dispersed all the way through it. Somebody had mentioned when I was pouring this, it looked like some cherries, and I suppose it does really. And I upset her by mixing it, but it's kind of settled back to itself. But again, that's quite pretty. And then this one, again, nothing amazing. And actually, I think that green colour has actually faded quite a lot, so maybe I need a bit more. And then this one was just all pink. Oh yes, I forgot. So I like this one. So this is holographic heart plus a holographic chunky glitter, and then just a pink resin. So that's that. Now I did have a lot of leftover resin, and you never throw resin out because it's so expensive. So I just coloured some with blue dye and blue glitter, purple dye and purple glitter, and then I popped a bit of ink in this, and these looked really nice with the swirls. But again, because it's so thin, it's kind of just like diffused out throughout the resin. So I think I've maybe lost a bit of the effect I had originally. And then just a couple of leftovers, and then just literally scraping everything I had into these last few. So this one's a bit of pink at the top and, well, purple, sorry, and blue. I've not used this mold before. And these ones have the hole already in, so you can make it straight into a keychain or a pendant. Oh, look, that's worked out really well. Oh, I like that. That's actually really pretty. I think they're just nice little keychains. And if you like a favourite colour or whatever, they're not bad. And you can do these with little flowers in and things and just have like a little bit of leather, I think, and that'd be a lovely necklace. So this is just plain old. Oh, can I get it out? There we go. Just purple fine glitter and dye. And if you remember with the last time when I used glitter, it just all sank to the bottom and I was left with a lot of clear resin. So by using the dye, it's kind of disguised that a little bit. So I do like dyeing the resin the same colour as the glitter I'm using. Oh, this is a beautiful colour. I might have this as a keyring for myself for my work keys. That is great. Oh, I'm really pleased. That looks really pretty. It's very simple, but that's okay. Let's get all the sparkly ones out first. And I think this one's quite cute because it makes, it's like a matching pair. And so together they make a little heart. So you could get these and then have a his and hers maybe, or for your friends, for your besties. So they are quite cute. I really like this purple chunky glitter in here with a finer sparkle. It's so nice. Now these are just like a little pendant for a little necklace. There we go. Oops. And again, as I said, this is just all leftovers, so everybody I know is going to be getting a keyring. Oh. And again, just a smaller version. Or you can incorporate them into a different sort of thing that you make. And these are just like little shapes. So this is literally just everything that was left over. So it's just like a little purple cube, and it's got a little heart in and a couple of flecks. I think it's just things that were falling over. That's that. This is literally a tiny little thin circle. But I could put that another time into like maybe like this thin pendant, and then just put clear glitter on it, and that could be quite nice. And then just a little like diamondy shape. Ooh, that's nice. I like the transparency of these ones. And then a little triangle with a tiny bit of glitter. Okay, so these are the ones that I swirled the ink in. Oops, everything's sticking. I have made quite a few mistakes, and I think it's all down to my resin, but now I know where I've gone wrong. That's good. Oh, that's actually quite a pretty effect. Look at that. So I actually quite like that. It has kept a bit of the swirling through, so that's actually quite nice. And then I did this one. I think it was, did I do the pink and the blue together? I can't remember. These are really good molds. This was only a cheap kit off Amazon, and everything has popped out so easy. And again, it's just not worked how I wanted it to work initially, but it's not dreadful. Yeah, we all need key rings. Right guys, so that is everything this time. I'm learning. Every time I make something, I'm learning and being able to take that forward to the next project. So I love this colour. I love this ink with this glitter in. It is so pretty. And in fact, I think I just won a heart like that. It's just gorgeous. Or maybe the initials would be really pretty in that. Anyway, that is it. I appreciate your time. I would love it if you would subscribe if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed my learning process. Leave a comment down below if you've got any hints and tips, and I'll see you all again next time. Take care guys. Bye. Bye.